Hello. Here we are in southeast Spain where the weather is absolutely beautiful, perfect blue skies. And talking of colour, I've got a white shirt on today, as you can see, and the reason for that is because I want to hold this glass of sparkling wine, Spanish sparkling wine, against the white background so you can see something of the colour. There's a little bit of, well, it's pink obviously, but a little bit of copper tones in there as well, and that's deliberate. Very interesting. This sparkling wine is made from two grape varieties, and these two grape varieties you wouldn't normally expect to be making sparkling wine. We've got the classic, the noble grape variety Tempranillo here in Spain, and we've also got Syrah, traditionally a French grape variety, of course. Now, it's a sparkling wine and it's made very much in the champagne style. It's the traditional method. Now, I'm not going to apologise for using the word champagne because the winemaker, in actual fact, learned his trade in Champagne itself. He became quite a famous champagne maker and decided to try his hand as head winemaker at Viñedos Balmoral, and he makes the Edone range of sparkling wines over here. When we get weather like this, and particularly in Spain, I start to think about something which is thirst quenching. Yeah, we like a drink to quench our thirst, but also having something to it as well. And I also think we're in the land of paella here, and I also think that this particular sparkling wine would be perfect with a lovely seafood or a fish paella. Absolutely delightful. It's absolutely delightful in terms of its colour as well. You can see they've done a nice packaging job on the label. The packaging job in a way goes through to the glass as well. It's that lovely pinky copper coloured as well. This is coming from the unusual grape varieties. There's a possibility even that it might be unique to use these two particular grape varieties to make a sparkling wine. Does it work? Well, yes, it certainly does. The wine has had 24 months en rima. That means that after the second fermentation, where the Tempranillo and the Syrah have been blended together, they're put into bottle, 50% each, I actually think, put into bottle, and then the second fermentation is started, and that's by adding a touch of a little bit of sugar to it as well to make the wine have those lovely bubbles. Then, of course, a cap is put onto the top of it, and it's turned upside down, and it stays resting on the sediment, the lees, for a certain length of time. If this sparkling wine was a cava, traditional, of course, in Spain, if it was a cava, it would be into the reserva bracket. In fact, its 24 months minimum in the en rima position means it almost qualifies for the 30 months which are necessary for it to be called a Gran Reserva. And yet, this wine, which has got its depth and got its complexity, I should say, flexible as well, in terms of the foods that you can pair it with, it's got all of that, but it also has its special freshness, because that's what we're always looking for when it comes to sparkling wine. We always like to have that celebratory freshness about a sparkling wine. It perks up the palate, doesn't it? But we don't just get that with this particular style. It's had some aging. It's had a little bit of aging in the cellar, of course, because it's had that 24 months en rima. For me, it's a delightful style of rosé wine, and it's one that I would suggest that you actually look out for. We've got a French champagne maker making a sparkling wine in Spain. It's called Rosé Edone, and it's actually by Viñedos Balmoral. I would really suggest you look out for it. Lovely and fresh, and I'm going to finish off the glass now. And here we go. Salute. Cheers. Some raspberry, there's a little bit of watermelon on there as well. Absolutely special wine. Splendid. Try it.